Good morning, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If. This is a brand new What If, so it's called What If Zuko was cheated on and had the power of infinity and zero. So, in this world, or in this alternate world, Zuko had a girlfriend named Ochako. So, yeah. Let's start with, yeah. Or actually, I'm throwing in Zumi too, so they both. Let's begin. Them being born at age of 3, and then Hako says to Zuko that they, when they get older, then they get married. Thing. So then his friend Bakugo just like and Ochako want to pull a little prank on him. So on Zuko, to make him feel embarrassed, like her choosing to date Bakugo, like pretending to choose Bakugo, but then so Zuko, so at age of 4, they go to a quirk doctor. I forgot to mention. And at age of 4, where is the quirk doctor? Of course, I chose the wrong ones. So, yeah. So, yeah. So, quirk doctor looked at Zumi, told her that she has the quirk of fire manipulation. Then he turns to Zuko, and told him that he has the power of, or actually, he's quirkless. Actually, he's quirkless. So that broken his heart. And plus, Bakugo, and Ochako, were like still doing this fake dating thing to him that deepened his like broken heart. So, yeah. So he gave up becoming a hero. No? And he goes to the normal school. Oh. Oh. Yeah. As inside of his body, he has two powers that he activated. One was 0, the other was infinity. Let's start things off with a 0. He was absorbing every single person's like negativity, like emotions thing into his own body. He holds himself back. As he absorbs so much. But instead of like showing it to anyone, he decided as every time he goes to like accomplish his goals, he always hears inside of his head of them saying, "You're a weakling. You're quarkless. You're useless. You do not know what." And as he's trying so hard to keep himself from coming to darkness. Yeah. And he was also, on top of that, he was abandoned. Yeah. So, Zumi got the happy side. She was actually dating Bakugo. Oh? Oh? And, but when Ochako realized that Zuko isn't coming to UA, so did Bakugo. Oh? Oh? As Mr. Zawa, or actually during the, let's say, lunch thing, the one of the students from their class, let's say it was Mina. Let's say it was Mina. Tells or asks Zumi, he that you have anyone interested that you're dating? Yeah, Bakugo. He and Bakugo knows that. So, yeah. But my friends, two of my friends, as Zumi says, there's this or actually, Mina says, "Do you have any like siblings?" Like, I still do, and he isn't part of the family anymore. What happened? Well, he was born quirkless. And so then that back over to Zuko's in his like he been like eating by himself. Huh? As every thought, like he hears those like you're quirkless, you're useless, you do not know anything, Zuko. And I'm not just talking about like the when I say every darkness, imagine everyone's is like as he's trying to fight his own demons, even as he was been so alone with the last fragment of his own heart. So yeah, Zuko who says he says this that the in his own head of the he needs to and friends that do trust me. And yeah. So over years have passed, do a time skip to the All Might versus All for One. And and during the time he was at this sports festival, he saw his sister. He was very proud of her. But he's forcing himself to so he tried to like he gets up walks away and as he can't hold it, and as he goes teleports right through all the way to Hero Killer Stain. And you know what he did? Zuko chopped him up into bacon bits. Yum. Yeah. Yeah, so Yeah. As the so yeah. So now a time skip to the actual like all for one versus all might thing. So yeah. So all for one says before I kill you, there's one thing in that always piques my interest. A certain boy. His name is Zuko Midoriya. His power of zero and infinity are now. Oh, I am. As all for one is like, what do you mean? Don't you ever notice her anger is leaving your body? You're as all for one tries to get angry, but yeah, only little comes out. What's going on? Huh. Zero. Who Zukum Doria's is zero. That's Zeor. Or no, Zero. Oh. Oh. Here, I'll just Zero. Yeah. So yeah, is sapping the every anger life force, like anger, into his own body. Did you ever notice that? Plus, on top of it, I believe he got told by the Quark Doctor that he's quirkless. Yes. And that broken his heart. And he got abandoned by his own family. Really? What do you mean? And now he has to deal with his own power, his own abilities. Every single person that he can't hold on 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 he is gonna fall towards the darkness of every person's hatred. As Zuko's forcing it back. Huh? As his autopilot body self kicked in. And all for one says, now, time for you to die. As the big explosion happened. But all for one was trying to like activate his quirk. But before that even happened, like his laser cannon, And Zuko pops out of nowhere. And he says, take this. As he used Bakugo's explosions as from his own hands. As he says, huh. Or All For One says, huh. He's just a man that I've been looking for. Bam! As he uses Momo's quirks. He used their powers as his very own. As every... They sensed hatred radiating off of Zuko's body. As they see him doing that stuff. Like, they seen him do the Frog Girls. They seen him do, like, using, having multiple abilities of everyone that he, like, absorbed their darkness into. Like, as he, yeah, that is basically everyone, and yeah. So he beats around All For One. He beats around All For One. Now, as he says, he used the Ochakos as, like, gravity one. As he says, in, like, his voice changed into Ochakos, as he says this, release. As debris falls with him on it, or underneath it. Boom. As he says, you're way powerful, Zuko's. As Zuko uses his One For All, his own version of, called All For the Evil, or Darkness, as he beats around All For One with enough force, as everyone was terrified. Like, they could not believe that this kid had this much power using their quirks without turning into a Nomu. So, yeah. So then he turns around and he disappeared without a trace. Yes. As everyone's like, I see. This kid must be the most powerfulest one. If he could use multiple powers, or once, he could use his it all. So, yeah. His mother was like shocked when they heard that Zuko is the equivalent of a overpowered character without a quirk. Yeah. So then the of course Jiro was like, if this is like correct, he's slowly going into like the dark part of his imagine having all that power as he says that, or as she says that, huh, about the him 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 and everybody, even including at Class 1B's Rinko and Mina, were like talking about him, like whoever dates him first. As Ochako, who heard that conversation, she was trying to ignore it, but then she was so embarrassed because the so the time skip. Ready? So Zuko ends up um at the normal school. Everybody's like rounding him, like asking him about how does it feel to have Infinity and Zero as your abilities. Huh. Not useless. Sorry. As he gets away from them, because that must be part of their or his Zero. He's orbiting, or he's copying our or negative side of us. Uh, as Zuko, or one person actually. So yeah. So then, the next day after that, Zuko decided, or no, actually Zumi decided, because Inko tells her to go see or tells Zuko that he's accepted to the family. Hmm. As he or as she's like looking around, Um, and for him as she found him just laying next to the tree. Eh, or behind a tree because he went through so much like zero. He's trying to like heal from his people's darkness, their hatred. As Zumi tells Zuko, brother, okay? As Zuko says this, they he knew who she was, the one. You need to call me by my real name, because I'm got kicked out of the family, got abandoned. As Zumi understood that he still has so much pain, or he's in so much pain in he was so, like, he rubbed his own eyes. He's just for because how much pain he was in. He was in a lot of pain. In that he gets up, walks away from Zumi, and as Zumi knows that him being in, like, as she wants to just talk to him. Of course, luck would have it, Bakugo and Nochako, they were walking to get Zuko for her UA. Because the principal asked both of them that. So they both went and yeah, as he's basically tried so hard to not be, as he knows who they are, as Bakugo tells him that I know you're in so much pain, Hinzaku, but please, he's I know that the name have zero and infinity. Please don't go to. I want you to help let's give you some help to heal fast. No. It'll be like the rest of them. Inside my own head. And they said, and that about you and, or no, that I'm quirkless, useless, doesn't know who anything, and I should just die alone, home, home, home. As the Bakugo was like trying to figure it out, who they are, then it dawns on him. The Zero is making, when he got close to put his hand on him, or like puts a hand on him, and he sees the dark alternate versions of everyone that he had like darkness absorbed into, or like from, into his body. He even saw himself home, into the, purple-haired one. So, or he saw this guy right here, as Bakugo, who got blasted off the building, or like it wasn't like too far. It was just a one-story building, but him getting blasted, hitting into a tree, breaking it, as he's like, man, as the Ochako, who says, what happened up there? Well, I think Zuko we might have to absorb the negativity out of his body. And then what do you mean? Well, he is going through a major conflict between all of our dark personalities. Be truthful. Am I that really dark with like... no? Why? Well, when he absorbed my darkness, I saw one of his demons had the same voice as me. He so yeah. But of course Zuko, or of course actually Ochako, because and actually know, oh, that side of his body is a fragment of his own heart thing. Yeah. So what does... So when you need someone that can absorb the darkness, like hatred, out of a person's body and turns that into the energy. Well, as so he calls Nezu, who, and told him everything about what's going on, why it's taking long. As Nezu's like, I see. If I know that your friend is still in there, and we promise that we'll get that last fragment out of his chest before. So we need someone that the So yeah, because how much negativity and yeah. So let's say there's a pro hero that had a quirk that can turn negative emotions into positive. No, it turns it into energy. So he goes on, and Zuko, who, or of course the pro hero, walks up, touches Zuko on the forehead, and the as the his quirk activated, and every negativity is leaving his body. Like all those evil alternate personalities that he had in that was telling him like rude stuff. Yeah. He did cry on when evil Ochako, that girl right there, tell old him that she actually never loved him in the first place, and she loved Bakugo more than him. Yeah. So then all the negative body or powers went into the pro hero, and all that he had so much energy left. Yeah. So they're like, or as he says, the your you who Zord is. So he goes into his, or so he wasn't alone. One of the pussycats, the one, this girl right here, went into, and she actually did something that she actually never tried before. She actually turned off the power of zero. No. Without anyone lifting a finger. As he still, still can't get over what evil, or the Ochako who said to him. So he says, and so he is, he's still young, but he got asked to go to UA. So he goes to UA, and he goes sees Nezu. And Nezu says, this is our first time. Let me properly introduce myself. My name is, as Zuko says, you must be Principal Nezu. You heard about me. As he tilts his head. Yeah. One of the dark alternate versions that was screaming at me was an evil version of you, Nezu. So that's how I knew. Wow. So those voices that were in your head were the evil alternate versions of all of us, right? Yes. But as Zuko says, please move on. How do you feel about joining UA? You'll be in class 1A. Sure. I don't have a problem with that. But he knew that he had a sister in class 1A because she actually has a power of one for all and her fire manipulation. So he'll get introduced tomorrow. But after they had their meeting, he does the paperwork thing and he wants to battle against robots. So he does the robot test too. So he feels so much better as his crystal fragment of his heart was slowly piecing it back together as he beats around in his eyes he sees them as those dark alternate versions that have been like haunting him as he beats around on the 1-pointers, 2-pointers, 3-pointers really fast. He got over 9 million trillion billions of it points. Yeah. As everyone was like, whoa. As he like even he saw the dark version of Mountain Lady as the 0-pointer. As he like takes it down too. Oh. As the as he calms down, as the one of the, let's say it was as the Mr. Ozawa. Let's say Mr. Ozawa was like, man, you're. Hold on, I'm trying to find that Mr. Ozawa looks. Or actually, let's say a mountain. Or midnight. Let's say midnight. Man, you probably. you probably, like, will do good on most of it. What did you see? And I know that you. Not that many points, but what did you see? As one of the pussycats, you know which one I'm talking about. Her, she says, he's seen the evil counterparts of his friends, his family, that told him through most of his life. Or let's say he discovered the power of 0 and infinity when he was only age of 5, after he got kicked out. So, yeah. So then, basically, the Mirio heard that then this kid is the equivalent, and yeah. So he went through a lot of therapy, like a lot, when he was before he went to UA and get properly introduced. Yeah. And yeah. So he goes to, in that short time, and he had so much negativity out of his body. He tried to fight against his own demons without losing himself. As he doesn't talk to Bakugo or Ochako, when he first got introduced to Class 1A, as everyone knows that he tried as he was like fighting Or Mr. Aizawa tells everybody that he was fighting his own demons for a long time. So, please wait for part 2 to be filmed.